when they started having too many entries.
Oh, I couldn't keep track.
So they made it more complicated.
Yeah.
And then
but also, I did this with iPhone #footy focus and they're like, oh.
And that's what it stopped.
Yeah.
Because amateurs who were just taking things with their phone and stuff stopped doing it.
Yeah, fair.
It's quite an effort.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Oh my god. Alright.
Messy?
It's messy, like
Like go then.
Yeah, messy and just like
yeah, number 2. Rena. Was she Rena technically? Puritana Mary. Rena Puritana Mary.
I think so, yeah. Number 2.
I think it was number 2. Are they putting that? Can they put that on Play HQ? I was going down.
Just trying to get me there. Yeah.
This time.
And also, this year they've added on that they wanted us to get a team photo beforehand, which we haven't done before.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Weird.
Indy did love a photo. Stop my face.
He's got his running socks on today.
Oh, bless. Oh, my one place. He's obviously stressing that they're really stressing.
You can lay down under this truck. That's all.
I've got to go working now. I've got to go to work now. That's what I can see at least. I'm going to work now. I'm going to do my job.
have a look. Alright, let's get ready to welcome the Imalu Tigers onto the ground shortly.
was a good information.
What do you want?
Today, game between Imalu Tigers and Muluwurri Magpies. We thank our partners and sponsors. We have the Tiwi Council. We have the Tiwi Land. We have the Northern Country Police. We have the New Club. We have Alpha Stores. We have Milkarpity Sports and Social Club. We have Milkarpity Store. We have Hobbs Remote Area Builders. way. We'd like to thank all these major sponsors. You can continue to make these great things happen in the community. Thank you. Before we get this game underway, I would just like to remind all of our spectators that this is a family-friendly and event, so they will all allowed. Please make show respect to players and umpires. Let's ensure we are on our best behaviour to make this a safe and fun environment.
Well, here it is. It's the big one. It's the Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final for season 2025. It's one of the most anticipated events in the Northern Territory sporting calendar, and we're bringing it to you live today on AFLNT's coverage of the game. It's a fantastic clash between the Muluwurri Magpies, undefeated I think all season, up against the Imalu Tigers. Both Melville Island teams. Should be a cracking contest. My name's Stu Davis. I'm joined by Will Zwar today. Really looking forward to this, Will.
Yeah, it's going to be a magnificent game of football. A repeat of not last year's grand final, but I believe the years before, where the Magpies came away victorious. As you said, Magpies undefeated all year so far, and they've already won a premiership today. So you'd think they'll go into this smoking hot favourites as we're about to get underway in the middle of the ground. And it looks like it's the Tigers with an early hit out, punching it forward. Now comes down, worked forward now by Justin Puruntutameri for the Magpies. Kick's gone sort of out to the wing, and they push it further down the field now, looking forward into their forward line. And the ball is currently in dispute inside the forward pocket. Picked up by Bobby Upwatimi. He's almost run down there by Stresser. And then Braden Rioli, I think it might be, also getting involved. Just hacked out of the back line for the Tigers and marked by Sean Winninguge just in the middle of the ground, looking for a target on the high forward flank. Intercepted again by the Magpies. They're poking it into the pocket, and that's a good mark taken early by Robert Tipiloura.
Yeah, pretty frenetic start, as we would have expected here at Stanley Tipiloura Oval on Bathurst Island, and the chance for Muluwurri Magpies to take first blood through Robert Tipiloura. You can see the angle here. We're directly behind. The kick's on its way. He's allowed for the breeze beautifully there, and it's just drifted left to right and through for the first goal of the game. A fantastic start for the Magpies.
Yeah, brilliant start for Muluwurri, as they have won all 4 of the clashes so far this year between them and Imalu, undefeated this season. Most recently, that first week of finals, which they won by 29 points, 12-6, 78 to 7-7, 49.
Yeah, it might sound like they're dominant, but just looking over the season's results, they've had a lot of close games, including other teams who didn't quite make it to today. So maybe not the dominant favourites that normally an undefeated side might be.
Ball up in the middle again. I think the Magpies got first hands to it that time. Running through the middle, Magpies quick to get it forward, and now picking it up off half back is Jesse Clayton. He pushes it wide, looking for Peter Simon Puruntutameri. gets around his opponent, goes for a run, takes a bounce on the far side, on the wing, then just try to get boot to ball under a little bit of pressure. Running back the other way through traffic was the Magpies trying to intercept, but they couldn't quite take possession. Now the Tigers on half forward again, belted forward and bounces in a bit of space. Magpies are trying to work it out of there. Gee, that's almost a hold there from Matthias Miller. He's bounced off the ground as well. In dispute still. Now poked into the pocket, a bit too far ahead of the forward there I'm not sure who number 18 is. He's not on our team sheet, Stu, but in front of the Tigers forward.
Yeah, so Imalu, their first forward entry, and they've got a boundary throw in deep in the forward line. Wow, that's a big throw in right to the top of the goal square there, and there's a whistle blown here. It's going to be a free kick as it's kicked away, but it's going to be an Imalu free kick by the looks of things here. It looked like it was called by the umpire up in the centre zone, so obviously saw something from a distance, and it's Caleb Brogan-Rioli with the chance to respond here for the Imalu Tigers. Should be a pretty regulation shot here from the top of the goal square, and this will settle the nerves of the Tigers players and fans as he has no problem, bangs it straight through the middle for Imalu's first goal of the grand final, and his teammates get around him and get some enthusiasm going, and it's a goal apiece here in the grand final.
Yeah, fast start. You thought maybe the Magpies would be bursting out of the blocks pretty quick, but the Tigers have done really well to get one back, and it's a goal apiece within 4 minutes of this first quarter.
Yeah, fast start as we expected, and a couple of goals on the board already. So fantastic conditions, as you can see on the screen. Bit of a breeze to the right of screen, I believe, and yeah, a couple of pretty evenly matched teams as we're back in the middle, and from the throw, there's a huge thump out of the ruck down to the front edge of the centre square, but the Magpies scrambling in defence across half-back, trying to work it forward. It's picked up by Matthias Miller, who gets the kick inside forward 50. It's out close to the boundary line again, and it'll be a boundary throw in that right forward pocket once again. So the throw in right to the top of the goal square once again as the Magpies get a clearing kick away, but not too far, and the intercept mark is taken by Darius Costa. He's indicating that he's going to go long towards goal, and then changes his mind, sees something on offer shorter, and a very smart kick finds Matthias Miller in a little bit of space and about 10 metres closer. Matthias Miller, a chance to put the Tigers in front for the first time in the game.
Been lively already, young Miller. Oh, gee, that's...
yeah, not his best effort, and I think that's missed everything. It has, and it'll be a Magpies free kick.
Tigers themselves have had a pretty dominant season, Stu.
I think they've only lost to the Magpies, but they've also had close games through the season as well.
They have just the 3 losses to the Magpies, but yes, you're right, a couple of close ones as well against some other contenders. They did have a massive 107-point win in round 12 against the Jikalarawoo Dockers.
So the ball out of bounds on the near side of the ground at half-back as the players to do the ruck work sort themselves out. It flips over the back and thrown onto the boot, out close to the boundary again, kept in by Miller. Miller kicks long towards the goal line, and just trying to work out what's happened here. Mark's been taken, it has, so another chance for Imalu, and it's Cecil Purantatameri who's been put on a bit of an angle, but he's only about 3 metres out from goal when he kicks this. On the left foot, no problem whatsoever, and the Tigers are celebrating again after the early start from the Magpies. It's the Tigers who have hit back with a couple of goals and now take the lead in this grand final of 2025. Imalu Tigers, of course, one of the more famous Tiwi Island clubs, and of course home to the Rioli clan, that famous name. A few Riolis in the side today, but haven't tasted ultimate success in the Tiwi Islands competition for a number of years now, so they'd be keen to get this premiership under their belt. Of course, Muluwurri Magpies also played in last year's grand final where they went down to the Runku Eagles. So they've been a strong team for quite a while now with Roy Farmer coaching.
In the middle again, and spills forward for the Magpies. Looks like a whistle's been blown. And it will come back. Oh, it's got to be a 50-metre penalty. It will be. He's just... I think that's Peter Simon Puruntatamere. He's picked the ball up with the free kick obviously going against him, and then he's put it back down again, realising it wasn't his team's free kick. That's an absolute coach killer, that one. And Magpies will have a shot from just about dead centre in front, Stu.
Maybe some habits of things they get away with local umpires during the season, and of course the umpires for this game have come over from the NTFL in Darwin, and so there'll be no let-off for that sort of thing as the set shot from directly in front from Justin Puruntatamere.
Just to behind.
Yeah, disappointing there. Just pushed it off to the right. But a score on the board, and the Tigers to bring the ball back into play. Paul Babui goes to the far side of the ground, runs over the goal square, goes long around the outer wing, and ball close to the boundary line. It's gone over, or it's a ball up out by the wing, or some blocking there, but a quick hand pass over the top. A scramble for the ball on the ground. In there was Sylvester Tipiloura for the Magpies, but the whistle's blown and it's going to be a Tigers free kick on the outer wing.
Thought about it, hesitated, and goes long. Almost a half forward, spills off hands. Big bump there. I think that's from Matthias Miller again. He's kicked an early shank at goal, and then that one goes forward through for a behind.
Good work though, wasn't it? Good use of the body, and then maintained his balance, swooped on the ball, but just hung it out to the right for a minor score. So Magpies bring it in again, almost down the middle of the ground, and now they go longer outside of defensive 50, and the mark taken down there, and Magpies play on quickly through the corridor. The pass is good, and the mark taken again by Justin Puruntatamere. He's kicked long, but there's a free kick here. The mark was taken, but it's going to be a free kick, and I think that's Mitchell Jamola playing out of the goal square for the Magpies, and he'll have the set shot from about 20 metres out. His direct opponent, Dominic Tipiloura, there just infringed, and now Jamola a chance to level scores again here. The left footer kicks it high. You can see it swing back on that breeze. Beautifully judged once again, and they're on the board again and celebrating. So what a grand final we've got. It's 13 points apiece as we go past 10.5 minutes in this opening quarter, and the Muluwurri Magpies hitting back with that goal to level the scores.
Interesting first 11 minutes here, Stu. Neither team really seems to be much better than the other one or have quite gotten the game onto their terms. Still a little bit of maybe grand final nerves in play. Evident by Matthias Miller's kick on goal earlier. Looks like they're just doing a little position count as well. The 6-6-6 rule, you'd think. Umpire coming in to give a free kick to the Tigers.
Wow.
And it will be Chris Wallapini pushing it inside the forward 50. Comes off hands. There'll be a free kick going the way of the Tigers again. So 2 in a row. And this one will be going the way of Cecil Puruntatamere. Kicked the last goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, a bit of blocking was the indication from the umpire. So, again, a relatively easy shot, you would think, from pretty much directly in front. His kick's on the way, no problem at all, and they're on the board again. So Cecil Puruntatamere up in that, deep in that forward line is giving them a real target, and he's got a couple of goals now, and that's a quick response to the equaliser from the Magpies.
Yeah, back in front. A little bit of a seesaw so far. It's almost gone goal for goal, and Wurrumiyanga with 2 early ones that'll do a fair bit of confidence for him and for the Tigers in their forward line. In the middle again, and it'll be Wurrumiyanga and Wurrumiyanga. And I think the 2 Wurrumiyangis in the back against each other. There you go.
Yeah.
Confused myself there on the team sheet, Stu. Gee, that's a pretty crafty kick off the ground. Has that gone through for a goal? No, just a point.
Yeah, quick ball movement, wasn't it? Out of the centre square, got it in deep quickly, and the Magpies defenders scrambling, but fortunately for them, the kick off the ground just missed the goal as Norman Tipiloura brings the ball into play, and the Magpies on the outer side there. No, near side, sorry, they're under plenty of pressure there. That's a strong tackle, bit of a size difference there as the tackle was...
In fact, it's been a free kick, so you'd think maybe just a bit too brash on the opposition player there.
Yes, the tackle was a bit strong. Felt sorry for the smaller player as the short kick comes into Timothy Babui. Just backward of the centre wing here, calling for someone to lead at him, and goes long in the end, looking for someone on the lead. Oh, mark almost taken there by Wurrumiyanga, but at ground level, it's the Tigers running forward, and once again, Miller getting in the action, picks up and kicks long, inside forward 50, the ball over the back is a chance, as the tackle just affected the kick there, and the Magpies scrambling to get it out of defence, but they're under all sorts of pressure as the hand pass comes out wide, picked up out here, and sliding to ground was Sylvester Tipiloura. Got the hand pass out, but didn't get to a teammate, and the Tigers, again, the pressure down there was terrific, and run out of defence by Babui for the Magpies, and clears it away and gets them out of the immediate danger, and a chance to build again, but coming through strongly was the Imalu player. He just chipped it out inside forward 50, and another kick over the top is a chance for a mark, and it's been paid, the mark's taken, and it's Rioli, I think, who's got a lead on, but the kick's not the best, and the ball just hand passed at his own feet there by William Papungameri, and now almost has an air shot, and he's going to be penalised for incorrect disposal. And Matthias Miller again busy in that forward line, wins himself the free kick. He kicks long towards goal. It looks like it might be going all the way. Here it is. It's over the line. It was being celebrated on the goal line by his teammate down there very early, and judged it to perfection, got it over the line, and Matthias Miller, as we said, has been really busy and now gets himself on the scoreboard. So 2-1 in this game. It's each time that the Magpies have scored a goal, the Tigers have answered with 2 so far.
Yeah, Tigers looking a little bit more settled now, just moving it forward and sort of able to trap it in their forward line as well, Stu. Magpies have sort of only really just managed to get boot to ball and belt it out of there without any real purpose so far. Need to be a bit tighter on that, as in the middle it's Wurrumiyanga who wins it out for the Tigers, and now they're trying to run forward. He's been stripped of it. Umpire's called play on. Big scramble of players there, and now it's a holding the ball call going the way of the Tigers. I think this here is young Darius Costa. He pushes it inside the forward pocket, comes off hands again to the lead of Cecil Wurrumiyanga. Magpies get it out of there. Nearly sat on the water runner's head. He's just getting out of play there as the Tigers kept their feet, almost dragged without it. How the umpire call that one? Be play on, and the Magpies pick it up, and it looks to go pretty quickly down the line. Now marked by John Tipiloura. He pushes it over the top again, finds his teammate there in Babui, and now he goes inside that centre corridor looking for a teammate, trying to shrug the tackle there. Tigers have numbers back. Can they get it out of there though, under a lot of pressure? Now with the Magpies, gee, that's nearly a free kick against. Running around now, John Tipiloura. He gets a scrabbler along the ground, and then here I think this might be Albert Wurrumiyanga, pushes it across the face for a behind.
Chance gone begging there. Jeez, it's pretty frenetic, isn't it? And the ball's pretty hot. It's the tackling has been terrific. There's not much time to move once you get possession of the ball. So in the clinches, it's pretty tough work.
Tigers get it out of their defensive 50, though not without hassle. In fact, it's still inside their defensive 50, and the Magpies just really trying to keep it in there, do what the Tigers did down the other end, trying to pick it up there. Darius Costa, in fact, he does now, spins out, but there'll be a free kick going the way of the Magpies. Need to be careful again to give it straight back to your opponent. Looks like Puruntatameri's kicked it short to a teammate all by himself in that forward line. And it will be Michael Lorenzo.
Yeah, a chance late in the quarter for the Magpies to get one back here. And a set shot again, just a couple of steps. Kick on the way, keeping it low, and the kick's good. It's straight through the middle, and the Magpies are back on the board. So the pattern of the game continues with the Magpies getting one, and then the Tigers two, and this time Lorenzo gets one back for the Muluwurri Magpies, and tightens that margin up again, just down to the one goal.
I wonder if there's time for the Tigers to get two quick ones before the break, Stu. A minute and a half left, you'd think. Probably not.
So
looks like
arguments again about the setup here, and looks like a warning for the Magpies. Just not quite organised as far as that's concerned at the moment. But anyway, we're back in again, and the two Wallapinnies do battle again. Oh, that looked like a holding there. Play on's the call as the Magpies try to force it forward. The forward hand pass bounces cleverly back to Timothy Babui, who kicks into the pocket. He's got a spare player there again. Beautiful use of the football, and how clever was it in the build-up. And that might be Lorenzo again. No, it's not. It's Nicholas Daniels, and Daniels with the chance to level the scores here.
A little bit of tap-tap footy there, Stu.
Yeah.
And he comes. It's a good-looking kick. Has he put too much on it? No, very happy with it, straight off the boot.
Gee, they've used that breeze beautifully, kicking at goal at that end, the Magpies, and they managed to get back-to-back goals for the first time in the game and level up the scores. So we've got a fantastic contest here in the 2025 Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final scores level. We're just about at quarter time here. No real advantage. I think there may be a little bit of wind advantage to the right of screen, but not much at all. And as before the ball can be bounced, the siren goes to end the quarter, and what a fantastic opening quarter in this 2025 Grand Final. Nothing separates the sides at quarter time, and that's the way it's looked on the ground really well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of been goal for goal just about. There's been a couple of twos here and there, as you said. It went Magpies first, then Tigers got two back, Magpies again, Tigers two, and then as you heard, the Magpies with two late ones just to take the score back to 0 points in it. 4 goals, 2-26 apiece. Those goal scorers, 2 to Cecil, Puruntatameri, and 1 to Miller and Brogan Rioli for the Tigers. For the Magpies, singles all around to Tipiloura, Mitch Jamola, Michael Lorenzo, and of course Nicholas Daniels with that one on the siren.
So it's quarter time, scores are level. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second quarter after this break.
level, 26 points each as we go into the second quarter. Thank you. And just one more reminder, but please stay behind the fence, supporters. We need you behind the fence for your own safety. Thank you.
Welcome back to AFLNT's coverage of the 2025 Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final. It's the blockbuster between the Muluwurri Magpies and the Imalu Tigers at Stanley Tipiloura Oval in Wurrumiyanga. At quarter time, scores are level. It's a fantastic game. My name's Stu Davis. I'm with Will Zwar. What a start, Will.
Yeah, really good start. You thought maybe the Tigers are going to get away, but at quarter time it scores level, and quick as a flash we're underway again. Looks like the big ruckman Stuart Wallapini for the Magpies has got a pretty big centre clearance, kicks it straight into the forward line. Magpies trying to make an early start on the scoreboard, and that's the perfect way to do it. Kick it to the top of the goal square and have your full forward take a mark on a pretty short lead. This is going to be a perfect, precise start for the Magpies, and it'll be Timothy Babui lining up in as easy as you like, and 6 points ahead they go. I think that's the first time they've been in front since about the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, Stu.
Yeah, kicked the opening goal, but the Tigers got themselves in front after that, and Magpies have been coming back, but that's the opening goal of the quarter, means 3 in a row for the game, and starting to hit their straps, the Magpies. I'm not sure that kick to the top of the goal square wasn't actually a shot at goal, but fell in the right place, and Timothy Babui, of course, perfectly positioned, took the mark in the goal square, and it was an obvious outcome from there as we're back in the middle, and this is fascinating, the two Wallapinis against each other in the ruck, and again it's the Magpies going forward, some heavy body work in there as the ball at ground level, trying to get it out. Eventually it comes out, it's thumped forward by Sylvester Tipiloura, but the Tigers clear it away to the outer side of the ground, and casually just taken there by Chris Wallapini around the outside of the ground, kicks down towards half forward, but the Magpies working hard in defence and now run it away and kick along the outer side wing once again, close to the boundary line, but it's kept in play. The hand pass comes over the top but misses the target as Braden Rioli in there might have had the jumper pulled. Yeah, that's the way it's been called, and he quickly takes the free kick, advances it around that wing, and the mark taken by Darius Costa, now called to play on as he walked forward casually and chips the ball in and finds his teammate Caleb Brogan Rioli, who kicked a goal in the first quarter, but he's too far out now. In fact, he's across on the wing, but his kick's good, but it was marked in defence by the Magpies, who bring it away on the outer side of the ground once again, and I think that one's gone over the boundary line.
It's a little bit of kick over the boundary line before it's brought back in, Stu. We'll have a boundary shown on that wing. And it comes now, and tapped down there by Brogan Rioli. Tigers just try to get it out, but only as far as a black and white jumper. Now dribbled along the ground, picked up and taken through there from Dominic Tipiloura. Half back, the Magpies intercept, push it down the line. Mark taken there now. I think that's Eddie Puruntatameri. Pushes it to half forward, finds Brogan Rioli, who's looking like a pretty dominant force on the ground in those marking contests. Clears the pack now. Can't take possession of the Tigers. Then they get boot to ball. Dribble it towards goal. Unlucky bounce for the Magpies. And then it turned unlucky for the Tigers. Just sat perfectly for them at full back. And now Tigers get, Magpies, I should say, get it out of there pretty quickly. 2 balls on the ground. You saw one in the foreground. The one in play got intercepted by Puruntatameri. Kick it to half forward. Now the Magpies running back through traffic, trying to pick it up through Darcy, one of the Tiwi Bombers' young guns. Pushes it out wide now on that far wing to half forward, finds a target, rolls round, loads up and kicks it into the forward line, and that's a good mark there to Mitch Jamola.
Terrific kick, wasn't it? Just picked him out, didn't have to move over the back of the pack of players, and the taller player just lobbed in his hands and kicked a goal in the first quarter, and now he's got another set shot chance from directly in front early in this second quarter.
Already kicked one, Jamola.
Oh.
That one, maybe, I think his first one was a little bit high as well. That one's maybe been caught by the wind, but didn't ever really look likely.
Oh. Just playing on out of the goal square, lost control of the ball for a minute, but got it away in the end with a kick to space, and the bounce favours the Magpies here. It's picked up nicely by Darcy again. Darcy goes long inside forward 50, but tied it up in defence, and they're off and running again around the outer side of the ground as Puruntatameri goes wide, or the mark not quite taken out there by Jalamana, but at ground level it's picked up by Tipiloura. Hand passes inboard, but it's chopped off, and the Tigers counter-attacking again and to the outer side of the ground. That's a terrific mark in front, just reaching back, and the Magpies looking to bring it through the middle of the ground under some pressure, but the ball comes out loose, and now they're off and running. There's a bit of pace through here as the kick goes long inside forward 50 once again, juggled down there, and a strong tackle. Pull of the jumper there, could be a Tigers free kick, but I think that's the way it's going to be, as it was Miller that was trying to get to the ball, had his jumper tagged, and he kicks out here. It's just gone over the top of Galala, and he can't control it before it goes over the boundary line for another throw-in.
Yeah, a little bit risky, that kick, or not so much risky, just not as precise as you'd like and as he could be. Had his teammate all by himself almost. Now, comes over the back, comes off hands of Brogan Rioli and into the hands of Wallapini for the Magpies. He's slung almost. I think a whistle's been called.
Yeah, had a bounce and had his jumper pulled, so that's always incorrect disposal.
Across the face they go, looking for the switch. Costa, I think it was. Kick was turned over, looking for the big fella Mitch Jamola coming out of full forward. He spins out of one, gets a handball off. Now here comes John Tipiloura. He's wrapped up. You'd think that is going to be holding the ball. No, free kick going to the Magpies.
Yeah, just held too long in the tackle, I think, Jamola, so the ball goes back to him, and the pass is good. They're off and running here. The mark's taken. Shot at goal from Justin Puruntatameri from deep in that pocket. They're celebrating. It's gone right through the middle, and the Magpies on the board again, and they've opened this second quarter in pretty hot form with the only scores of the quarter. They've scored 2 goals, 1, and the Tigers really haven't had it in their forward line to give themselves a chance.
Yeah, now out to a 13-point lead, and they've kicked 4 goals in a row, 2 goals and 1 point either side of that quarter-time siren, and yeah, momentum's definitely shifted their way. Second for Justin Puruntatameri. That was a pretty good set of kicks and passes of play for the Magpies there. Made the most of their opportunities. Mitch Jamola saw his teammate in the forward pocket. Another free kick out of the middle of the ground here. So this is in the hands of Chris Wallapini. That's another torpedo-esque looking kick. Comes off hands, front and centre. A few Magpies sort of lurking. Handball comes out. Tigers looking to pounce, overrunning it though. Now here comes, I think that might be Miller again. No, that's Winston Burke. And then rolled around by Puruntatameri looking for the hot spot. There's one Magpie there who's just gotten a handball out, and he's been stripped, and a free kick will go the way of the Tigers. Braden Rioli was ready to take advantage, but instead it'll come back and be a shot on goal.
Yeah, wise decision not to take the advantage, I think. It's a set shot from directly in front, and a chance for the Tigers to settle. It's Jordan Burke. He's a left footer. Kick on the way now, swinging in the breeze. He's judged it beautifully once again. Just lobbed it over the goal umpire's head, and that's a much-needed goal for the Tigers after they were starting to look under a fair bit of pressure and get themselves a goal on the board in this second quarter.
Yeah, keep the margin or take the margin back to single digits, a 7-point lead, staying the way of the Muluwurri Magpies.
Down only to a 7-point margin now.
His first of the game. And Wallapini against Wallapini again. Just sort of pinched out of there by the Tigers. And then running forward and slipping over, or leaving a player in his dust there. Gee, look at him absolutely burst away there from the middle. Kicks it forward. That's well wide and I think ultimately out of bounds on the full, but scintillating out of the middle.
Yeah, the ruck contest was almost a basketball tip-off, wasn't it? There wasn't much bodywork involved. They looked after each other that time, but the Magpies got it across half-back now, under plenty of pressure. The hand pass comes out. It's loose on the ground. You can see the players scrambling over the top. There's no quarter given and the free kick's been paid. And this time it's Sylvester Tipiloura who'll take it for the Magpies. Through the middle of the ground, gets it to Babui. Timothy Babui kicks high and long inside forward 50, looking for the big fella Jamala once again. And he stands strong at the front of the pack, takes the mark, moves the ball on quickly now, looking for a loose in the forward line. And he's done just that, and the mark's been taken. I'm not sure what's going on there, but the mark's been taken, and it'll be the Muluwurri Magpies with a chance to hit back after the Tigers got the last goal on the board. And John Tipiloura took the mark in the pack, and he'll kick from directly in front, only about 15 metres out.
In he comes, kicks it.
Yep, off a one step, no problem whatsoever, and bangs it through the middle. So spreading the goals around the Magpies, and Tipiloura gets himself on the board. So a quick hit back to the Imalu goal, and they stretch that lead back out to 13 points.
Have really taken this game in the second quarter. Already kicked 3 goals to just the one going the way of Imalu. Muluwurri with a 13-point lead, equal game high. Let's see if they can extend that now, or if the Tigers will hit back. The way the game's going, you think it's the Tigers' turn to get forward and hit the scoreboard. Looks like, but we almost look like he got shot in the Achilles or something there.
Yeah, he made sure the umpire saw it, didn't he? But he's been influential as he kicks long straight down the middle of the ground, looking for Jamala again in the front of the pack. He's been a presence down there. But the quick kick out, and now the Tigers a chance to clear away on the bounce. Oh, I just couldn't control it there, DeSantis, and Magpies take it back, but chopped off once again across half-back. Hand pass just missing there, gives the Magpies half a chance to get in, but eventually they work it through the hands, and they're off and running around the outer side of the ground now. A couple of bounces, and just tried to take on the extra one, but managed to get it free, and they're still forcing the ball forward. And now loose on the ground at centre half forward as the hand pass comes out. A quick kick laterally by Norman Tipiloura was well placed, and gives the Magpies the chance just to settle things down a bit across half back. So switch kick back to this side of the ground, and Tipiloura again takes the mark and plays on quickly around the outer side. His delivery's good, and he finds Robert Tipiloura, who kicks down towards half forward, and Stuart Wallapini, I think it is, he just stood there and allowed the ball to lob on his chest as the traffic came from the Tigers players, and he takes the mark at half forward. You would think probably too far out to score from here.
Somewhat of a blustery day down at Stanley Tipiloura Oval. That kick, if it's anything to go by. Oh, he just sort of blazed away and didn't quite get onto it. Through for a behind. Lucky to be that much. Margin now out to 14 points. Tigers bring it back in now. Push it out that far side. Comes off hands. I think Brogan Rioli in there again. Instead, it's picked up by the runner. He gets away. G needs to be careful. Pushes it forward. That's a beautifully placed kick, and finds Edward Purantatameri done just inside the forward 50. He'll probably be kicking from the paint by the time he gets onto it.
Goes the
Steady
short
passes.
option there. And finds a player in a little bit of space there. The kick was good. And the mark taken by Peter Simon, Puruntuta Mary.
You'd think from here, pretty straightforward again. They've had a few of these opportunities, not quite from point blank range, Stu, but from a pretty good position. Go back and kick truly.
Yeah, the goal kicking's actually been pretty good on the most part. They've controlled the ball, allowing for the breeze. And this kick on the way, it's a longer one. It's a good kick again. And another goal on the board. And the goal kicking has been really good. And Peter Simon, Puruntuta Mary, gets himself on the scoreboard. And the Tigers just keep clawing back, don't they? They won't let the Magpies get away more than a couple of goals and keep themselves in the game. And it's back to 8 points, single figures once again. Terrific contest, terrific grand final here. Both sides really in the game and up for it. And some of the skills have been fantastic.
Yeah, no heads dropping, no heads sort of fearing that the other's going to get ahead by too much. Instead, it's just head down and get to work. Magpies, it's their turn now. They get it out of the forward centre again. Probably been a little bit of their strength the last 5 or 10 minutes or so. But the Tigers now looking to rebound out of that defensive 50. Bit of a foot race coming on. First to it at first was, I think it might have been Winningudge. And Hill just overruns it now. On the deck, gets a handball up, looking for his teammate in Puruntuta Mary. He'll go back through. Instead, it's kicked along the ground there by Dominic Tipiloura. Now, Braden Rioli, he gets boot to ball, pushing into the forward line. It'll be safe hands marked by Jesse Timapuchua. He's just assessing his options now. Pushes it down the line and wide. Can't find a target. There's Miller. He gets a handball over the top, looking to get it back. Handball was awry, and then paddling it back through traffic there for the Magpies. They couldn't find a target. Wrapped up again by Dominic Tipiloura, and now it's worked forward for the Tigers. Gee, there's a man out the back here. Can they get one through? Or dribbles. Oh, just the wrong side of the post there for Jordan Burke. Couldn't quite get it through.
Yeah, it was a real opportunity gone begging there as they got it out the back, but the Magpies quickly back into play around the outer side, dodges the dog on the ground at half back and kicks the ball forward and finds his teammate John Minikin. Minikin off a step, kicks to a running player out wide, and pass is good. And the Magpies a chance to build again as the pass is drilled in towards half forward, just short of the intended target, and it gives the Tigers a chance to get in and out of defence. Max Puruntuta Mary clears to the outer side of the ground. Rioli swings around on the left boot and on the bounce, running through. The ball's taken by Costa, I think it is, who kicks inside forward 50. It's loose at the top of the goal square. The ball's picked up, tackle laid. Play on's the call as it spills out. Here's a chance. Falls into the hands of Cecil Puruntuta Mary once again in the goal square, and he runs in and kicks from point blank range. So there was a scramble on the ground for the ball between a couple of players from each side. It spilt out Imalu's way, and Puruntuta Mary found himself goal side with no one in front of him and kicks it through for his third goal.
And their third goal of the quarter, their second in a row as well, and back to just 1 point margin, all balancing out here at Stanley Tipiloura Oval.
Yeah, the Magpies looked like they were on top early in the quarter and looked like they might run away, but the Tigers are having nothing to do with that, and they've hit back with 3 of the last 4 goals and really tightened this game up. The scores were level at quarter time. It's 1 point the difference with just a couple of minutes to go in this second quarter, and a chance for our viewers to recharge at half-time and get ready for what will be a magnificent second half. A big thump out of the middle once again by Chris Waller-Pinney, gets it down to half-forward. The Tigers a chance to go inside 50 again. Costa gets the hand pass over the top but doesn't hit the target, and the Magpies looking to tidy up from half-back but just stopped when he should have gone, and the strong tackle came in. Darius Costa, who's been a pretty impressive player in the game so far, laying the tackle that time, and he'll be rewarded with the free kick.
Be just on his range, you'd think. Probably kicking from about 45 metres out when he gets onto it here. A minute left in play. He doesn't know how long's left. And so he's opting to go for the big sticks. In he comes now. It's a high-looking kick. It'll fall well short. Marked there by Norman Tipiloura in the back pocket. Looks to move it on pretty quickly, keeping it out that far side. I think he's found a target out there maybe. And the Magpies will continue to move it forward. Umpire calls play on. So they push it back into the middle of the ground now. Taken there by Miller again. He approaches 50, launches it. It's a good-looking kick to full forward. Cecil Purintatamiri goes through his hands. Handball will come out the back again from Matthew Wurrumiyanga, and then they clear it out of there, the Magpies, and looks like they're still moving it forward. Now comes, good defensive work. Back to Mitch Jamola, though. He was there behind the pack. Kicks towards goal. Has that gone through? Touched on the line. Umpire says no. Through for a goal, and they extend the lead out to 7 points on half-time. Mitch Jamola with his second.
Yeah, terrific finish there from the big fella. He's been a focal point for them up in the forward line, and he's created a fair bit. If he doesn't get it himself, he's brought his other players into the game, but that goal was just beat the siren to get through, and a really handy one for the Magpies as the game was in the balance, a point the difference, and Jamola managed to get that late one and just stretch that lead out to 7 points at half-time. But it's been a fantastic contest after 4 goals each in the first quarter, 4 goals to 3 in that quarter, and it's the Magpies that just hold sway at half-time, Will.
Yeah, 7 point lead, probably fair. They definitely had much more of the momentum for much longer in that quarter before the Tigers clawed back a couple of goals in about 3 minutes of play. Did very well to get it back to 1 point, and then probably just caught napping on that final throw when Jamola was able to put through his second of the game.
Yeah, but a great game. Both sides are obviously right in this, and we'll have both will go into half-time with a fair bit of confidence from what they've shown in the first half. It's a fantastic grand final here in the Tiwi Islands Football League. It's AFLNT's coverage, bringing it to you. Half-time now. We'll be back with the second half shortly.
for your own safety. And one more last reminder about the water runners and the runners on each team. We are only allowed 2 and 2 from each team. So a total of 4 runners, 2 waters, and 2 actual runners. And one more score update. We're in with an absolute thrilling second half here. It's down to 7 points. So we've got the Magpies up by 7 points with 1 more half to go. Good luck to both teams competing. Thank you all.
But not yourselves.
And welcome back to AFL&T's coverage of the 2025 Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final here at Stanley Tipiloura Oval as the players make their way back onto the ground. It's the Magpies and the Tigers, the Muluwurri Magpies and the Imalu Tigers in a fascinating contest. It's the Magpies by 7 points at half-time. My name's Stu Davis. I'm with Will Zwar. Will, it's been a terrific contest in the first half.
Yeah, really good game. A few momentum shifts, particularly in that second quarter. Looked a bit more even in the first quarter. Magpies probably the more dominant throughout, but they just got a little bit of a run of goals and a bit of wind in their sails, the Tigers, in the last 5 minutes or so of that quarter. Starting now for the second half, and I think we might have a free kick going the way of the Tigers to start off with, in the hands now of Chris Wallapini against Stuart Wallapini in the ruck. Been a pretty even contest. That's a belting kick to full forward. Comes off boot. Can the Tigers get an early goal and level the scores? Ooh. Or just a 7-point margin here as Caleb Brogan-Rioli snaps it through, and that's just what the doctor ordered. The first goal comes within the first 30 seconds of this third quarter to Caleb Brogan-Rioli.
Well, it was a dangerous double-fisted punch by the Magpies' defence back into the corridor, and Brogan-Rioli happily picked it up and banged it through. So it's a real contest again as the Magpies got that last goal right on the siren before half-time, and inside the first minute the Tigers have hit back and bring that margin back to 1 point once again.
Yeah, very even contest, and hasn't gotten beyond 14 points. That was about halfway through that second quarter in favour of the Magpies. Here comes Miller. He's been pretty lively in the midfield and that forward line. That one goes very wide, will roll over the boundary line, but they'll be happy with the ground they've gained there.
And Matthias Miller had been right in the action, particularly in that first quarter, and he's been an important player for the Tigers, keeping them in the contest.
Ball comes up. Doesn't hit anyone. I think we might have a free kick there going the way of the Tigers, and it'll go the way of Caleb Brogan-Rioli again. He's already kicked 2 goals today. The first goal for the Tigers of that first quarter, and one just 30 seconds into this third quarter here. Must have been held on to in the contest. Sort of been pinch hitting in the ruck as well, Stu. Now lining up for number 3 for the afternoon to give his Tigers a lead again for the first time since the first quarter. That one's wide. All he can do is level the scores.
Yeah, the occasion got to him, I think. Was a bit of a stammering run-up. He's looked confident before kicking for goals, but that time just got it in the head a bit too much and dragged it to the left. So scores level, and what a game it is, and what they often are in the Tiwi Islands Grand Finals. Teams evenly matched. Oh, a big leap from behind and a punch forward from Brogan-Rioli. But there's a whistle on the play here. It's going to be a Tigers free kick again, and so it's Imalu doing all the attacking in the early stages of this third quarter. And this time it's Bobby Apotimi who will take the free kick, and doesn't look too interested in passing off as he gets his boots right, and will take the set shot from the right forward pocket here.
In he comes. Oh, that one's wide as well. A few of them have carried out to that far side all day almost. That one through for a behind. Look, he gives him the lead for the first time, as we said, since that first quarter, but could have been a lot better than just that 1 point well wide, as the Magpies try to work it pretty quickly down that far side. Intercepted on centre wing. I think that might be Caleb Brogan-Rioli again, doing it all around the ground. Kicks it inside the forward 50, comes off hands. Might be Braden Rioli at the fore of the ball there. Magpies get it out of there again. Shoots down that far side wing again. Ball in dispute. And the umpire will call him pinged for holding the ball. Tigers a long way from home, but about to launch it back inside their forward 50. Here they go now. Comes off hands. No, that's a good mark there. And I think that'll go again to Cecil Purantatameri. No, I think it's Dominic Tipiloura.
Yeah, big strong mark in the front of the pack. And knew straight away that it was his. He goes back and on the left foot. Long shot towards goal. Goal umpire makes a bit of ground across the face. The mark's taken, is it? It's a big leap right on the behind line there. And the mark's been paid, so it was just inside the field of play. And I'm thinking that might be Braden Rioli, if we can get a better look at him.
Unsure if we will, but it's a very tight angle. Umpire just keeping the defenders at bay. Unsure if he's gone the check side there. Looks like it's gone across the face just for a behind. Extends or doubles the lead, in fact, now out to a 2-point lead, or it might have missed everything altogether.
Yeah,
I think it has.
So. And this kick across the face of goal has gone out of bounds on the full, so gives the Tigers another chance. But the Magpies are nowhere near it at the moment. It's been all Imalu in the first 5 minutes of this third quarter.
It looks like it'll be
here.
Paul Babui.
Yeah.
Very tight angle. Check sides that one, or that will be pretty good looking. That one's gone through for a point.
Just missed again. So they've had some opportunities, although not the easiest, a couple of them. And peppering the goals as Magpies try to bring it away. Big leap from behind by Albert Purantatameri. Couldn't take the mark. The ball spills to ground level. Tackled there was Babui again. And in the meantime, it's a Magpies free kick. It's a spare player here screaming for the ball as the kick comes out just inside the boundary line. The mark's taken by Matthew Wanameri. Swings around on the right boot now. Kicks along the wing. There's a big leap. A couple of hands on the ball. The big fella in front, Jamola, is claiming the mark. It's been paid. He's a long way out of the goal square at the moment. He's up on the centre wing and he kicks long down towards half forward. The ball gets out the back. Jumper pulled there. Play on's the call, I think, as swinging around as Timothy Babui finds a free player in the corridor. And that's Valentine or Jimmy, and he found a free, and a strong mark in the contest there by Michael Lorenzo. Shows the ball to his opponent, but he'll go back and take the set shot to settle things down a bit for the Magpies.
Yeah, great pass there, great vision just to find a teammate in a better spot. Not necessarily angle-wise, but certainly closer to goal. He's already kicked one today, Michael Lorenzo. Pushes that one through. Umpire didn't move at all, and their first goal, their first score of this third quarter, puts them back in front by 4 points.
Yeah, so Bradley Rioli's Imalu Tigers might just be ruining the fact that they missed some opportunities early in the quarter, and in a tight contest like this, in a big game, you've really got to take those chances when you get them. And as we said in the call during the first half, the goal kicking's been really good for most of the game, but Imalu have just missed those couple of chances and kept the door open, and Muluwurri have put their foot in the door and got themselves back in front.
Back in the middle again. Looks like we might have had a change of ruck for the Magpies. Liam Daniels doing the work there. Tigers seemed to have possession. They're working back through traffic, got intercepted, and now the Magpies way. Oh, beautiful rundown tackle there from Peter Simon Purantatameri, and umpire calls play on. Will be picked up now by Wallapini. He gets boot to ball, just gets it out of the back 50, looking down that far side wing, comes off hands, now turning around and inside out will be Timothy Babui. He pushes it forward, finds a target at high half forward. Now it's Robert Tipiloura. He kicks it inside 50. Standing very strong and tough there was Patrick Cantilla. Had a lot of players potentially coming to hit him, so just bravely stood his ground and took the mark. Pushes it out wide now in the hands of Jalamana. He works it down the line. He finds Miller. Now pushes it out wide. Seemingly found a target. Tigers continue to go forward. Inside range. Oh! Good mark there over the top, coming in from the side. And I think that might be... Is it Cecil Purantatameri?
No, we don't know who this player is.
It's our unnamed footballer, Stu.
It was a big leap and... just clunked it overhead over the top of the pack, and a set shot for goal from this area where they've missed a couple earlier in the quarter.
This to bring the Tigers back in front. Oh, I think it's gone across the face of goal. It has just a point, so back to 3 points now.
Yeah, another missed opportunity. So what's that? 1 goal, 4 I think they've scored for the quarter. So the Magpies bring the ball back into play, near side of ground again. Body's going everywhere as it's tapped to ground once again, out close to the boundary line. In fact, it goes over, and it'll be... No, it's a free kick been found here. So our mysterious number 18 once again will take the free kick.
I think similar to, it must have been Babui who had 2 shots from the same position earlier in the quarter, missed both of them. Maybe better off having a look around and darting the eyes up, but he will have a shot. That one looks a little bit more likely. That one has gone through.
No.
For another point.
Yeah, missing either side, so they're peppering, but just the 1 goal to show for it so far in the quarter.
1 goal, 5. They've kicked. Now, he throws onto the boot. I think that one's gone well wide, and it'll be out of bounds. Free kick going the way of the Magpies on the back flank, just giving each other a little hug after that one after 2 players went pretty heavy into each other and into the ground. In the back pocket.
It's not a free kick.
So it'll be a free kick to the Tigers.
Wow.
Just a short chip, very tight angle again. Play on, run down, and that ball's going to come back again. So it's going to be a Tigers free kick, we think.
No, it's a ball up.
Ball up almost on the last line of defence. Taken straight out. If they need to be careful, the Magpies, they don't get caught with it there. Comes off feet, comes off, and I think that's hit the post. It has. 1 point, 1 goal, 6 the Tigers have kicked this quarter, Stu. Becoming wasteful now.
Yeah, but I guess the good thing is that they've owned the territory so far, but just haven't been able to score. And as we speak, the Magpies are out the back and streaming forward here as the pass comes inside forward 50. Oh, almost a magnificent mark taken, but just on the half volley as Robbie Jalamana there claiming his case that the mark should have been paid. He gets quickly back up to do the ruck work, won the hit out. His teammate just missed with the hand passes. They try to clear away an air shot there, and now a quick kick out of defence from Patrick Cantilla. Gets the ball down into the middle of the ground, and they're trying to run it forward again, but the Magpies, they're in numbers in defence. Oh, a look-away hand pass over the shoulder. It worked out eventually, but now it's chopped off by Peter Simon Purantatameri. He runs away around the outer side of the ground, chips back into the corridor, but beautifully read, an intercept mark taken by Minicon. Minicon slides that one off the side of his boot into the centre of the ground, and the Tigers go forward again with the long kick in, but just behind the intended target and coming in the intercept mark taken, and now the Magpies will run it away along the near side of the ground with a long kick forward of the wing. Down towards half forward, the ball spills to the ground. Beautifully picked up with the one hand by James DeSantis. He kicks down towards half forward. It bounces, ricochets back into the centre of the ground, and now a kick off the ground. And first there for the Tigers will be Edward Puruntatameri Dunn. He got the kick forward as he was swung in the tackle at ground level. Oh, strong tackle from behind. Maybe got in the back, but or otherwise would be rewarded. The advantage has been paid here, I think, as the Magpies bring it to the near side of the ground, and it's controlled out here by Josiah Tipiloura as they kick along the wing, and the big fella Jamola again kicks inside forward 50. But this one's picked off, but this might be a free kick down the ground as the players tap each other on the hand. Sam Cunningham just trying to get things organised. It's big Jamal.
Michael Lorenzo just having a go back at him, saying it's my ball. And he's already kicked one this quarter, 2 for the game. This would be a cruel blow for the Tigers. Definitely not away from them, but given they've kicked 1 goal, 6 for the quarter, you'd think they should be a few goals in front at least. And this would extend it to more than 1 goal for the Magpies. Pretty poor kick in the end, though, and just spills off hands over the goal line for a point. Now out by 2 points.
Yeah, just leaned back on that one a bit and it got away from him out to the right-hand side, but brought back into play by Jalamana again, and nicely taken out there by Puruntatameri. Peter Simon Puruntatameri often running around the outer side of the ground. That left boot, he slides it inside forward 50. It's a beautiful kick, and the mark taken out at half forward as the Tigers look to attack the goal again. His teammates pointing at the goal, saying that's where the ball should go. But a couple of leads coming. They've been ignored so far, and looks like it will be the set shot taken. Long kick down towards goal.
Goal umpire stands in the middle, and it's gone through.
Goal. I'm just wondering if that was Darius Costa out there that might have kicked that goal. It was just a bit hard to see on the far side of the ground, but that's the goal that the Tigers have been looking for, and they nudge their way back in front in this 2025 Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final. I'm giving it to Costa.
There you go, Costa. I think that's his first goal of the afternoon, as we're calling it, and puts them back in front. 4 points to the good the Tigers are. Their second goal of the quarter from about 8 attempts.
There's a bit of discussion going on here about who should be where and who should be getting free kicks, as Braden Rioli's standing with arms spread, a bit dumbfounded. Umpire Sam Cunningham directing traffic here. It's going to be a Imalu free kick in the middle of the ground, and it's Chris Waller-Penny, the ruckman, who takes the free kick, kicks long inside forward 50. Ball bounces to the front of the pack, and the Magpies trying to scramble it out of defence. Again, it's hot in the contest, as coming in hard was Darius Costa, and now he's won himself a free kick at half forward. So Costa kicks along towards goal. He's dragged that one right out into the left forward pocket. I think it might have been mark paid here from that contest. And the Tigers with another chance.
And then they push it through, and I think that's gone straight through the middle as well. So 2 in a row, they get on a roll and up by 10 points.
I'm pretty sure that was Cecil Puruntatameri again, the big left footer for the Imalu Tigers, and yeah, they're starting to exert some control over this game now. The Magpies have scored just the 1 goal in this quarter and look to be under siege a bit in defence.
Yeah, you thought maybe it was going to go the other way with the Magpies, maybe quashing some momentum out of their sails with a couple of forays forward against the run of play. But the Tigers have done very well the last 2 minutes in particular to get 2 telling goals on the board and, yeah, poke that lead out to 10 points. Bit unorganised in the middle the Magpies have been today.
Yeah, it's disappointing, isn't it? Because it's going to be another Imalu free kick. They just need to get themselves sorted out. Roy Farmer, the coach, needs to get that message through at three-quarter time. Oh, that's one of the biggest leaps you'll ever see as the ball spills to ground. And now that the mark wasn't taken, and again, it's the Magpies scrambling in defence, but pouncing onto that loose ball for the Tigers was Nathias Miller once again, and once again it's a golden opportunity gone missing. So that margin is only 11 points, but 3 goals, 7 in the quarter for the Tigers is just shows you how many opportunities they've had to score as the Magpies just try to work it away out of defence. Just over a minute to go in this third quarter, and they'd want to control the game until they can hopefully get themselves a chance to score. But they're running it forward now, and running here is Babui. Tried to get away from his opponent, had to hand pass over his head. Swinging round on the right boot was Albert Puruntatameri, and a terrific mark at centre half forward. There's 50 seconds to go in the quarter as the mark's taken by William Papungameri. He doesn't know how long there is to go. He's you can see the 50-metre line there as he crawls back over it. Looks like he's pulled up a little bit sore from there. Obviously hasn't got much on offer here, and now has something now. Kicks to a player on the lead just a little bit too high there, and it's thumped out of defence by Brogan Rioli for the Tigers. It's chopped off at half-back by Mungatopi, who kicks down towards half forward, but again a terrific intercept mark, and the Tigers just holding them out in the final stages of this third quarter. The mark taken by Puruntatameri Dunn, who goes straight down the middle of the ground, but this one's going to be chopped off and taken down there by the Magpies. Get it to the centre square as the siren goes to end the third quarter, and really the game is set up for a fantastic finish. It's an 11-point margin, but that third quarter was dominated by the Imalu Tigers around the ground and getting the ball in their forward half, but only able to add the 3 goals to 1, but plenty of behinds, and they had lots of opportunities. Will that come back to bite them in the last quarter?
Yeah, potentially it could. We'll have to wait and see. It seems like the Tigers do have momentum in their boots, but they should be a lot further ahead than they are with just 11 points. But we will bring you that final stanza of the Tiwi Islands Grand Final after this short three-quarter time break.
Well, this is it, the final quarter of the season in the Tiwi Islands Football League, and it comes down to these two teams, two terrific Melville Islands teams, the Muluwurri Magpies and the Imalu Tigers. It's an 11-point margin at three-quarter time, and Imalu with all the running in the third quarter, but the Magpies have managed to hold on, and maybe they will have the opportunity to take their chances in the last quarter. Fantastic sportsmanship out there. You can see the players from opposite sides hugging each other, wishing each other well in this final quarter. It's a terrific trait of Tiwi Islands football. See it every year, and it's still anyone's game. My name's Stu Davis. I'm with Will Zwar. It's the final quarter of the season in the competition, and it's going to go right down to the wire, you would think, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny, if you don't know Tiwi football, you'd think it's almost the start of the game, such as the, I guess, the camaraderie and mateship between the two sides. But just a quarter to go, 11 points. You think it's going to be a blistering last quarter. Back against the wall, the Magpies, they haven't lost all season. They've won all three clashes between these two teams. Can they do it for a fourth time in the row, or will it be the underdogs, the Imalu Tigers, who come home with premiership glory? About to get underway now. This has been a fascinating ruck battle. Stuart Wallapini and Chris Wallapini, the two rucks, and it looks like it's the Magpie who gets the first hit out of the last quarter. Chris hits the ground, looks in a bit of trouble, but we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, just pushes a little bit forward for the Tigers with an 11-point lead. Now out onto the wing, bit of a scruff and leaving everyone in his dust. I think that might be young Braden Rioli there. Now pushes it to high half forward, intercepted. The Magpies coming off half back, get a handball out. Might have been a hamstring ping along the way there as well, looking very ginger just to the left of the screen. Meanwhile, Eddie Puruntatameri Dunn kicks the ball inside the forward 50, but it's marked on the half back line. Magpies looking to rebound again. Coming through, I think this might be Norman Tipiloura here. Gets it there onto the run. Oh, sells a little bit of candy if you don't mind. Magpies moving forward now, inside 50, and it's intercepted. Great mark, great attack on the ball there.
Oh, yeah, fantastic anticipation and reading of the play, and the Tigers bring it away again. But switch across the ground, and Puruntatameri's kick was chopped off at ground level. The quick hand pass comes out, and the Tigers managing to go forward again. It's out in some space now. Getting to it out there is Galala, but he's under some pressure when he gets to the ball. The ball bounce didn't really favour him, and now the ball caught in underneath Darius Costa, but it will be a ball up just about in the centre of the ground as Big Wallapini again gets the hand pass forward, but goes straight to his opponent, and they thump the ball forward down towards half forward, but chopped off across half back by Dominic Tipiloura. He goes out wide to the outer side of the ground. They're working the ball through the hands, but they're under pressure, and then the hand pass goes out, and fortunately he will get the free kick for holding after he just a dinky little hand pass out, and it's a Tigers free kick on the outer side of the ground. It's Nathias Miller again. I think he's been prominent in the game, Will.
He has. He pushes it down that far wing, looking at half forward. Slightly misread that contest, and now it comes towards the boundary line. Umpire says it rolls over, and we'll have a boundary throw in the forward half for the Tigers, who you'd probably think they want to get at least one more goal on the board. Lead by just 11 points.
Couple of minutes gone, final quarter, no score in the quarter so far as we're just waiting for this boundary throw in. It goes up now, almost uncontested there until the ball was taken, and then a strong tackle from Bradley Mungatopi sees another ball up.
We contested and punched forward by the looks of it from Matthew Wanamiri. Tigers trying to run back through traffic and work it forward. That was very slick, though. Running into a wall of players was Peter Simon Puruntatameri, and now it's kicked forward there by Puruntatameri Dunn. Magpies on half-back, though. They've been very good there to start this quarter on that half-back line, just stopping everything. Then he pushes it out wide, looking for a little bit of run. Finds a target. Now they push it wide down the line. Mark can't be taken, comes over hands though. Oh, he's got a few to get around. He's in trouble. Umpire pings him for holding the ball. Very well done there from Jesse Clayton. He pushes it down the line now. Finds a loose man in Darius Costa. He just pokes it to the hot spot. He's got a few to pick from. Oh, yes. Great positioning there from Cecil Purintatameri. 4 goals he's already kicked today.
Yeah, he's been a really big, strong presence up forward for Imalu, and a really telling factor on the game, and his goal kicking's been good as well. So he's not far out now, just off a step, chips it through, and look at the Imalu fans behind the goals there. They've all made their way behind the goals at that end in this final quarter, and they're excited for the prospect of what lies ahead as they get the first goal of the last quarter and stretch that lead out to 17 points, and that makes it all the much harder for the Muluwurri Magpies.
Yeah, game high lead at the moment, 17 points as well. They've come back from that sort of 2.5 goal deficit twice already today, the Magpies, but can they do it a third time in the final quarter? They'll need to get their hands on it pretty early here. They've been disorganised so far, and I think this is the 4th free kick from the middle of the ground they've had today. Just hurting themselves really as the Tigers launch it inside the forward 50. Leap came through, was well forward, but didn't make impact with any other players, so there's a free kick called. Will go the way of the Magpies. Advantage will be paid, and now they push it. No, the ball will be brought back. You think Bradley Mungatopi was almost away there, and I think it'll be a free kick going the way of the Tigers. So not sure what that's been paid for, but in the hands now of our unnamed, unrostered player. 2 behinds in that third quarter from tight angles. This one a much better angle, and he took a screamer earlier in the day as well. In he comes now. This to make it a 23-point margin, the biggest it would have been all day. He's come through. And the Tigers fans love it. That one goes straight through the middle. They're on their way now, the Tigers, with a very handy 23-point lead.
It certainly is, and we mentioned that they really dominated the third quarter without adding too much pain on the scoreboard. But they've opened this final quarter with the opening couple of goals. So since half-time, they've added 5 goals to 1, and the Magpies are almost stopped, and it's hard to see where they're going to regain that momentum. But Tiwi Islands football, it can happen in a flash. They just need a couple of bounces to go their way and things to be sorted out. But having a free kick against them at every centre-bout stoppage really hasn't helped their cause much over the last 15 minutes of play or so.
Tap down now. Wallapini, he gets it out wide. Magpies moving forward with anticipation of what's coming next. They kick it forward into the pocket. Gee, the crowd got up, ready to get out of the way of running players as well wide and goes over. We'll have a boundary throw in the forward pocket. Magpies would want to get something from here. Jamola in the ruck, can't take it. Instead, it is, I think it's Purintatameri there. No, it's one of the other players down there, but there'll be a free kick play pulled out of that one. I think it might be going the way of the Magpies, or it could be another ball up. No, it'll be free kick going to the Magpies and to Mitchell Jamola, who's kicked 2 goals today. He also kicked 3 goals in the qualifying final. This would bring the margin back to under 20 points, keep them with a sniff. It's a very high one. He's got a high kick.
Oh, yes.
And that one, it won't make a distance, but it's marked in the goal square. And kicked straight through from Stuart Wallapini, the big ruckman, making his presence felt in the forward line as well. So they get their second goal of the second half and take themselves to within 3 goals.
A badly needed one there, but a strong mark in the goal square. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Wallapini's dispensed with the boots and socks for this last quarter. It looked like he was barefoot as he took that mark and poked it through for a goal, and maybe that's the one that will give them some momentum to fight back and just whittle away at this margin. We're just over 8 minutes gone in the final quarter. The margin back to 17 points, and to have any hope, you would think the Magpies have to score the next goal, as it's the Tigers who take it out of the ruck. That's hand pass was almost a one-hander. I think the arm might have been grabbed. The advantage might be paid here as the ball's bouncing inside forward 50. There's a chance for the Magpies here. Strong tackle as the ball spills out now. A quick kick towards goal, but the whistle's blown, I think. And it's going to be a free kick here.
Gee, I think the Magpies were pretty happy to try and let that one go through, in particular Nicholas Daniels, but it's going to come back. No, it's going to be a ball up.
No, yep, ball up.
Tapped down by the Tigers. Magpies getting their hands on it. No, yes. Lorenzo, I think it was. Just too many bodies in the way for them to get it away cleanly. Big tackle, wide and deep in that forward pocket. 9 minutes gone. Under 11 left. Ball goes up. Jamola, he taps it down. Braden Rioli, he falls on top of it. Ball spills out of the boundary. We'll have another throw in, our third, I think, in about a minute in that forward pocket.
It's the Tigers' defence all of a sudden scrambling to keep the Magpies out as they try to maintain this lead. Just taken out of the ruck contest pretty easily by Dominic Tipiloura. Got the kick down towards the middle of the ground, but it's chopped off across half-back. Magpies a chance to go forward again. The hand pass came across the top. Oh, beautifully scooped up by Wallapini. Kicks along towards the top of the goal square, and the mark almost taken down there. If the mark wasn't taken, I think he was held without it. That is the case, and it's going to be Justin Puruntatameri, who's obviously aware that time's ticking away, and they've got some margin to make up. He's looked to get back very quickly to take his kick, but sensibly taking his time now as he comes in with the set shot for goal. Kicks towards goal. I think it's good. It is. It's a Magpies goal, and that's 2 in a row, and they're making their way back into this game. The margin back to 11 points, which is what the margin was at three-quarter time, Will.
Yeah, they're definitely coming, the Magpies now, and suddenly, despite having almost a 3-goal lead, the Tigers' defence just felt really under pressure there, and you know they let one slip through, and suddenly the Magpies get to within 2 goals. It was looking like it was almost game over a few minutes ago. 12 minutes left and 4 goals they needed, and suddenly it's they've halved that margin.
Back inside 2 goals now, and as we said, Tiwi Islands football, if you can just pinch one and get a little bit of momentum, they can score quickly, and that's exactly the way that it's happened in the last few minutes. There's both sides desperate to get their hands on the ball in the middle of the ground and win that clearance. There's no clear possession so far, but now the Tigers come away and force it forward, inside forward 50. The mark's taken out in front. Another terrific mark out in front, and could this be the settler that they're looking for? It's that man again, Cecil Puruntatameri, who's really putting his name up there as far as best on ground honours go. He's lining up for his 6th goal from directly in front. The fans like it, the goal umpire likes it, the teammates like it, and it's another Tigers goal, and they get that answering one that they desperately needed. And Cecil Puruntatameri is putting on a clinic up forward.
Yeah, he is. That's his. I think that's his 6th goal of the game so far. Not many players kick 6 goals in grand finals, Stu. So he's having a fantastic day, and really in this second half as well, he could be the difference. He's kicked 3 goals in this second half, where they haven't been as easy to come by as they were in that first half.
Yeah, just so big and strong, isn't he? And got good hands and a reliable kick at goal. So, and he's got most of them from pretty close in as well. That's helped him as well. So Magpies now with it all to do once again as the ball's pinging around in the middle of the ground. It's a long hand pass forward, but it's chopped off across half-back, and the Magpies looking to go inside forward 50, but nicely done across half-back by James DeSantis. Got the hand pass, had a running teammate out there, but that kick wasn't the best, and now the Magpies back inside forward 50. Bit of action off the ball, but clearing kick from Patrick Cantilla gets it to the outer side of the ground as the Tigers looking to go forward again, but plays carries on around the outer side of the ground. It's close to the boundary line out there. There's a free kick, I think, been paid. It's going to go Muluwurri's way, and the kick comes in, and John Minikin takes the mark. He's looking to move the ball on quickly. He's called to play on now. Kicks long around the boundary line on the outer side, and the pass is good, and they've got a chance. Jamal are urging him to kick the ball in quickly and give them the chance to score.
You think this is going to be right on his range here? And he comes now, approaching and kicking. That one's pushing it. Oh, it's gone wide, just through for a point. 16 points, the margin now. Tigers will kick in from fullback. 6 minutes left. Do they have 3 goals in them, the Magpies, or can the Tigers hold on for an unlikely victory against the undefeated Magpies? They play and they just kick it long and high, hoping for a mark here at half-back. Comes off hands. Crumbing, I think that might have been young Miller again. He's been very good so far today. Kicks it into the middle of the ground. Instead, it's turned over and pushed to half forward. They'll keep going. Looking back for that runner, number 33. Can't take it. Instead, it's handballed out by Babui in the Nightcliff, in the Imalu jumper, I should say. And then the Magpies, they're there to rebound and reset, launching it back inside the forward 50. Comes off hands. Snap will go to the top of the goal square now. What can they make of it? The Magpies, a handball out over the top. Oh, he's just gone with a bit of a ninja kick out of midair. That's a mark in the forward pocket. I don't think any of that was intended, but it could pay off as he plays on, runs around, opens it up, and that one's through for a goal for the Magpies. Back to 10 points now, 12-6-78. Imalu Tigers leading 13-10, 88.
Wow, another Magpies goal. Not the way you'd see it very often scored. Just a flying kick on the turn and off the side of the boot. Fortunately fell into the lap of, it may have been Justin Puruntatameri, but we can't be sure. But it's another Muluwurri goal, and they've kicked 3 goals apiece now in this final quarter. They keep coming, but every time Imalu seem to have had the answers. So it's back in the middle. The Magpies have kicked 3 of the last 4 goals since the Tigers got those opening couple in this final quarter.
What can they do here? Different rucks. Now it's Tipiloura who is getting it out of the middle for the Tigers. Magpies trying to work it forward now. Here comes Winningood inside 50. The Magpies go. There's a man on a very strong lead there, uncontested mark. He'll turn around again. You'd think this is maybe a little bit too far out, but Liam Daniels is going to have a crack at it nonetheless. His eyes glancing now, looking for another option. He thought about it. Instead, I thought he almost was starting to run up for a pass, but now he's going for goal. That one's well wide. It's going to stay wide. Won't be a mark. Big hit there. Tigers keep possession. They just launch it out of there. Wouldn't want to concede a mark inside 50 here. Comes off hands, but it's going to be a mark, you'd think, now to Chris Kiranoa.
It's a very strong mark standing in the front of the traffic there. He plays on quickly on the left boot, trying to find a teammate down there.
I think he has. Don't know how.
It's wide, though.
It's very wide, very tight angle in the hands of... Must be Edward Darcy.
Junior, yeah. So he's a talented player, Edward Darcy, but they've struggled to score goals from this pocket all day, both sides.
And that's exactly where they've all gone. That one's out on the full. Won't register a score. 2.5 minutes left. 2 goals needed. That's the basic maths for you, Stu.
Yeah, that's right. And that goes without saying. They need to get their hands on the ball as quickly as they can, as the Tigers looking to bring it out of defence, just going the long bomb straight down the middle of the ground. Is this the Magpies' chance as it's punched away from behind? Scramble at ground level once again. The ball's held in underneath. No one getting it out of there in a hurry. And it's going to be a ball up at half forward for the Magpies.
Having a crack at it now. So just taken straight out of the ruck. That's got to be holding the ball. Umpire lets it go. Tigers player hits the deck now, picked up and ran out of there. by the Tigers. They're getting it long down the line, long down that far wing. Just kick it to grass. Umpire's looking like he's letting it go. Tigers, here comes Cecil Purintatameri. He does a little bit of a showboat and then an aeroplane celebration as they're up by 16 points, the Imalu Tigers. And you think that puts them with one hand on the Premiership Cup.
Absolutely, and I think they realise it as well. And isn't he a happy man? Cecil Purintatameri, 7 goals in the grand final. What a magnificent effort. He's kicked 3 of those in this final quarter and has stood tall when the others have struggled, and it's been just magnificent for him, and makes it pretty easy when you can kick it long to a big, tall, strong target down there and have confidence that he's going to take the mark and kick the goals. And yeah, just a bit of showboating on that one as well, having a look around, letting his opponents know that he was strolling in for another goal.
Yeah, been the definition of a spearhead for them today. Hasn't really done anything too flashy or fancy, but he's just doing the hard work and finishing off all of his teammates' hard work as well. Relatively easy shots, but he puts himself in good positions to kick goals from. Be a free kick again to the Tigers. It's been one of the pitfalls, many of them for the Magpies today. 16 points up. You think they're just going to count it down now, and there's a player gone down. Umpire lets it continue on. Here's Purintatameri. No, he'll kick it back. So I think it might be a Magpies kick.
Yeah, and a 50-metre penalty. So they realise the desperation, but they just won't have time here as it comes to Bradley Mungatopi. He goes inside 50, a big leap, but getting back there and taking the strong intercept mark is Chris Wurrumiyanga, who's himself had a really good game today. He's been strong all day in the ruck and around the ground. He's showing the crowd the ball, and the clock ticking down. He just thumps it out of defence. Will probably be the last kick of the game as the siren goes to end the 2025 Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final. It's the underdogs coming into the game who have ended up victors here, the Imalu Tigers. It's been quite a while between drinks for premierships for them, and their fans, their family, their friends, their community are so happy, so excited. You can see them all in screen now. Will, a terrific game of Tiwi Islands football, terrific game of Australian rules football, and it's the Tigers that have been too strong in the end.
Yeah, swings of momentum, brilliant passages of play, massive highs and just excitement all around. Great grand final here. Cecil Purintatameri, you think he'd almost have to be a shoe-in for best on ground with 7 goals, no less than 7 goals in this grand final, including 3 in the final quarter, really to cap off what's been a great display. They kicked 4 goals to 3 in that final quarter, the Imalu Tigers, and gone on to win by 16 points. Disappointing end to what's been a pretty perfect season for the Magpies. Not one loss until that final day. Meanwhile, for Imalu Tigers, their only losses came against the Magpies throughout the season, and they had the last laugh today.
Yeah, got it done when they had to, didn't they? On the big stage, big crowd here, and plenty of people from around the country come to watch this day, and they wouldn't have been disappointed today. Fantastic game of football, great contest, and yeah, you mentioned Big Cecil was the difference with the goal scoring, and highly likely to take out the medal. But some of the others I liked today were Chris Wurrumiyanga. I thought he was strong all day. Dominic Tipiloura had a fair bit of it. Matthias Miller, particularly early, was very lively. I liked Darius Costa's game as well, and Caleb Brogan-Rioli had a fair bit of the ball throughout the day as well. And a little bit harder to find, but the opposing ruckman Stuart Wurrumiyanga had a good game for the Magpies. Michael Lorenzo and Justin Purintatameri gave them plenty of chances up forward, and Timothy Babui had a fair bit of the ball through the middle of the ground. Yeah,
they were a pretty good side today, Muluwurri, and still indicative of why they were the best team all year here on Grand Final Day. But ultimately, just too good by the Tigers, and probably looking at that list of names as well, too many winners around the ground as well.
Well, that's it from us here in the Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final for 2025. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We've certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. It's a fantastic game of football, and we look forward to the NTFL season coming up at the start of October, and look forward to catching up with our many viewers around the country and around the world then. But for now, from the Stanley Tipiloura Oval on the Tiwi Islands. It's goodbye from us.
Can two Melbourne teams please come up